Seahawks dominate 49ers from opening kick, advance to NFC title game with 41-6 win. AP. Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor and Doug Baldwin hyped up the famed 12th man crowd in Seattle, providing a throwback to the Seahawks' fearsome legion of boom teams from the 2010s. Then, in their first playoff game in front of home fans in nearly a decade, the Seahawks found a new level of dominance. Rashid Shaheed returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker rushed for 3 scores, and Seattle forced 3 turnovers in a never-in-doubt 41-6 win over the San Francisco 49ers on Saturday night that sent the top-seeded Seahawks to the NFC Championship game. One of our most complete games, for sure, defensive lineman Leonard Williams said. Shaheed starting the game off like that set the tone. Sam Darnold threw a touchdown pass and got his first career playoff win in his first season with the Seahawks, 15-3. Who will host either the Chicago Bears or the Los Angeles Rams next Sunday with a trip to the Super Bowl at stake. The Seahawks led 7-0 13 seconds into the game thanks to Shaheed, who fielded the opening kick and took it 95 yards to the end zone. It was the 4th kickoff return for a touchdown to open a playoff game since 2000 and the longest postseason kick return in franchise history. I was so hyped, defensive lineman Byron Murphy who said. I wasn't expecting that, but when he did it, I knew the game was over then. I already knew. Darnold, who had been listed as questionable because of an oblique injury, guided the Seahawks on 2 more scoring drives before San Francisco got on the board with the first of its 2 field goals. As he has all season, Darnold impressed his teammates with his toughness. He told us he was going to do whatever it takes to get back and play for us, offensive lineman Gray Zabel said. That was a gutsy performance by him, not feeling his best. He continues to just be a leader in the huddle, on the field, on the sidelines. After he flopped in his playoff debut last season with the Minnesota Vikings by taking 9 sacks and a 27-9 loss to the Rams, Darnold completed 12 of 17 passes for 124 yards and connected with Jackson Smith-Njigba for a touchdown in the star receiver's playoff debut. Seattle hadn't played in the postseason since the 2020 season, when it lost at home to the Rams with no fans in the stands because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The 49ers, 13-6, were never competitive in the second most lopsided playoff loss in franchise history. San Francisco lost 49-3 to the New York Giants in the divisional round in the 1986 season. The Niners were missing 3 injured All-Pros, tight end George Kittle, linebacker Fred Warner, and defensive end Nick Bosa. Star left tackle Trent Williams, who played through a hamstring injury, was proud of his team for getting as far in the playoffs as it did. When you're playing with guys you're signing off the practice squad, Williams said, guys you are taking off the street, you got to temper expectations a bit. Brock Purdy completed 15 of 27 passes for 140 yards with an interception and a lost fumble against the Seahawks' dark side defense. Seattle also recovered a fumble by tight end Jake Tonjes. Everything's working for us, to be honest, safety Nick Emmanmori said. Everything's working. We fly to the ball. We've got a great scheme, great coaches, great players. I think it's hard for teams to find a way to score on us or beat us straight up. Walker waltzes to career night. Walker's 3 rushing touchdowns tied him with Shaun Alexander for the most in a playoff game in franchise history. 2 of the scores came after halftime, and he celebrated one by chucking the ball into the crowd. I'd do it more, Walker said, but I'd get fined for it. Walker finished with 116 yards rushing, his most since his rookie year in 2022, and he picked up the slack after Zach Charbonnet was injured during the game. The Seahawks ran for 175 yards, their 3rd most this season. You can see it, how they're breathing, they're tired, they're slow to get up, Walker said. You can see it's demoralizing to them. Pursuit of Purdy. The Seahawks' front 7 made life difficult for Purdy, chasing him across the field while sacking him twice. With the Niners thin at receiver, Purdy scrambled 5 times for 37 yards and frequently threw on the run. It's no secret in terms of their style of play, Purdy said, trying to make a quarterback check it down and play deep to short. Then within that, have a good pass rush. That's a good defense, man. Injuries. 49ers, RB Christian McCaffrey, Stinger, was injured in the 2nd quarter and returned in the 3rd quarter before exiting the game for good. Tonjes injured a foot and did not return. Seahawks, Charbonnet injured a knee in the second quarter and did not return. LT Charles Cross injured a foot in the third quarter and did not return. Up next, 49ers heal and reload for next season. Seahawks are one victory away from the fourth Super Bowl appearance in franchise history and first in 11 years.